Sometimes that's just what it takes, chat. Sometimes that's just what it takes to get to that next level. And I'd rather you go too far than not far enough. And especially in the stance of content creation, you know what I'm saying? There's a big word, and I think it relates to people as well in the real world too. Burnout. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people deal with burnout. A lot of people talk about burnout like, oh my God, you don't want to get burned out when you're making videos. This is what's going to happen. It's like the worst thing on planet Earth. I kind of look at it in a different sense though. Now, I've only been a full-time content creator for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? I quit my job last year, American Airlines, Charlotte Douglas Airport. But I've been making videos for almost coming up on 11 years this month. And I didn't really start to see that success till last year, 2024, 2025. And what I can say from getting to that point where I'm not even really that big of a content creator. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a small guy. But what I can say from that standpoint is that there were days when I didn't know if I could keep going. You know what I'm saying? If there were days where it's like, oh man, Pierre, I don't know how you're going to do this one, man. I don't know how you're going to pull this shit off. And I pushed myself beyond that limit and figured out, holy shit, wait a second. I can actually push myself further. Whoa, I'm not hit my limit yet. And that's why I tell a lot of guys, I'd rather you go too far than not far enough. Because when you're trying to be great, when you're trying to be the greatest version of yourself, you can't be a pussy. You can't sit around and say, oh, you know, okay, well, I'm going to take it slow. You know, no, sometimes, chat, sometimes when you really want that motherfucker, then the more than the next nigga, you're going to have to push it, bro. You're going to have to go to the next level. You're going to have to go too far sometimes. And I'd rather you go too far than not far enough, because even when you go too far, you know what your limit is. You'll never know your limit if you do not go far enough, bro. If you never push beyond that. And I just want to talk about this because I had a recent video that blew up on YouTube. And I've had a lot of guys like hit me up on TikTok, on Twitter, YouTube, and all that shit, Instagram as well. And they're saying, "Oh, yo, Pie7, can you give me any advice on like content creation and shit?" And I'm looking at these motherfuckers like, "Yo, I'm still the same guy. I'm still the same kid." Fucking uploading videos on my Samsung Galaxy S3 that my dad gave me in 2016. You know what I'm saying? So I never look at myself as a big creator, but I always tell guys like, yo, honestly, bro, I'm not really like the fucking TikTok, YouTube guru. Like, all I do is get out there and do my best, bro. And to get to that point, bro, I pushed myself a lot of times. Even when I was working a job, I tell you, Chad, 12-hour shifts at the Charlotte Douglas Airport in the blazing heat, not a single fucking cloud in the sky. And I would do a 12 to 12. And when I got off work, you asked my girlfriend, right back onto editing the video. That was pushing myself because that wasn't safe. What would have been healthy if it is after that 12-hour shift, I go to sleep, I wake up the next day, all right. No, bro, I said, no, fuck that shit, bro. I'm going too far, bro. I just don't give a fuck, bro. And in my opinion, as being a content creator, I never really got burned out, you know what I'm saying? And then I could speak about some shit that happened recently in December, right? If you go to my channel in December, November, bro, I was going fucking crazy. Like, nigga, because let me tell you something, chat. And this is where I got my, I get motivation in certain ways. And sometimes, okay, like a motherfucker owe me something. But what happened was I uploaded a video on YouTube, right? I think it was in November, December, right? That shit flopped completely. It flopped, right? It said 10 out of 10, right? My ass looked at that as another opportunity to prove myself. I said, okay, okay, that's a 10 out of 10. Watch this. I go on within, I kid you not, I edit the video same day, bro. Upload it. I watch it flop. The next day, I'm already on to the next shit. I'll say, okay, that motherfucker flopped. I'm getting to the next one. I edit the video, record it, do everything about it in one single fucking day, man. I upload it again. Guess what happens? The video becomes one of my biggest videos on my channel to this day. If you guys are wondering what it is, it's the teacher sexualizes students at high school. Some shit. It was crazy. That chick was insane. But that was pushing myself too far. That not even pushing myself too far, but Not taking it safe, not taking it, okay, well, this video flopped. I'm just going to do the same thing I always do, take a few days off. And no, bro, I wanted to prove to myself, hold on, I got this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I want it, chat. You know what I'm saying? Like I want it, bro. This is my dream. This is my passion. And when we talk about having a passion and dream, you got to be extreme about that shit, man. Because if not you, who else? Who else is going to be extreme about your dreams, bro? Tell me. Who else is going to be extreme about your dreams? No one on the fucking face of this planet. Your mama ain't going to be extreme for your dreams. Your dad ain't going to be extreme for your dreams. Your family ain't going to be. Your friends ain't going to be. You got to do that shit, bro. Ain't nobody coming to, I'm going to get your drink. No, bro. Especially when you're trying to be the best version of yourself. And like I said, fulfill your dreams, bro. You're going to have to get to that motherfucking, man. I'm telling you, I'd rather you go too far than not far enough. Because when you go far enough, you breaking your limits, bro. When you go beyond, you going to break your limits. And then you might realize to yourself, wait a second, I just did that. And I'm not really, I can do it again. I can do it again and again and again. Like, now I know how far I can go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, chat, you just can't play it safe. You can't play it safe out here, man. And nothing's wrong with playing it safe. Being safe, shit, ain't nothing wrong with being safe. You feel me? But sometimes you got to be extreme, bro. Sometimes it's organized chaos. Like today, like I kid you not, I'll give you an example. Today, I'm going to record a Blue Shift video for my gaming channel. I'm going to record a bunch of videos on my Yap channel, which I'm doing right now. I'm going to research more on my main channel and upload a video on some crazy guy. You'll see. And then I'm going to live stream Resident Evil 9 all today. And then I'm going to go clean my apartment. Like, motherfucker. And then even then, chat, I had to go make some orders, make some hats. Like, nigga, this shit don't stop. Nigga, this is a grind. Some people, take it slow, Pierre. Bro, I just downed a fucking smoothie, got some water going. I'm about to eat some oatmeal, make some burgers later. Bro, you say, man, you're going too far. Fuck that. Ain't nobody, I'm tired of this waiting shit, man. It's 2026. I'm gonna be 25 years old this year, chat. If not now, then when? I gotta put that work in now, man. That's why I be like, bro, hey, push yourself. I'd rather you motherfucking push yourself now while you young than when you 45 years old and you got 2 kids and now you trying to push yourself through the limit. No, nigga, do that shit while you young. Do that shit while you in your 20s, your early 30s. You're going to be, well, I wish I could have went as hard as I could when I was 22, 23, 24. You still can, bro. That's why I always say, man, I'd rather you go too far than not far enough, bro. Lock in.